Well, the seasonal outlook basically for this year we'll try for engage with journalists and some of other staffs has to do with what do they expect as far as the rainy season is concerned. Because it's very much critical when they tell you what they expect, they will try for plan whatever they do in a very sustainable manner.
So this 2021 rain season already they now we doorstep. We don't begin get some rain there. Of course, everyone them for that matter. What would they expect in terms of rain quantity or quality, or just explain to me?
Well, for the 2021, when we don't do analysis, we data them. We observe, say, one, we don't forget early rains, of course, as you already said, it's happening now. And then when we get the early rains, we don't forget a long dry spell. That is the rain till they take some time before the rain starts. That's at the start of the season. But to get deep within the rains and then to the close of the season, we get shorter dry spell to that. So as a quantum of rain, one, we expect, say, there going to be a reduced rainfall compared to the rain will be recorded during 1981 to 2010. Because now we use as a baseline. During them, for example, let's say Freetown to precise was recorded a rainfall of 5,000 millimeters. So this year, we know we are not going to record any rainfall close to 5,000 millimeters. And that's just for people to get a feel of what we are saying about. Last year also was a deficit where we record just a rainfall about 1,700 and something. So yes, we don't get better rain. But during the rainy season, what's the better rain is like a holistic package of the rain, the amount of it. But during the rainy season, there are going to be a period where we record a heavy rain and the torrential rain. We get a high risk for may cause flooding within the country and at some part of the area. Because like Freetown to be precise, when you record a rainfall of a threshold of 20 millimeters within an hour and it's still raining, and it cause flooding, and we all know what in that they can make people in. Another parameter looks into back now the wind speed. We observe say during this season, don't forget strong winds, and especially the month of September for recording very strong winds, and that of thunderstorm and lightning will be prevalent in the month of October, and then even at the start of the season.
Within una study show na saying that the reason for this abnormal pattern of rain we would expect 2021 will be this. So
we don't observe say now because of the human activities. One, we cut down trees, and when you cut down trees, the trees are one of the great parameter and elements where they use for make cause rain, because it creates the ambient temperature where they make sure say condensation they occur very faster for let rainfall happen. And another one is the way they use waste. The waste disposal is quite poor, because when you don't dispose the waste, there is a gas we call a methane, and they try to interact with that particular cell we call the ozone layer, and the depleter. The use of old vehicles are also causing all of those things.
So plenty people able pan rain for their activities them for able to get success, like the farmers and other people them. What's in advice we the Met Agency gets for giving people and they now that you say we will experience rain way not too normal and not plenty as it used to be.
So one like to the farmers them, one thing we try for advise them is all try for the use improved varieties, because for example the traditional cropping them will get, and really some of them they really required some huge amount of rainfall. So improved varieties that are available, there are some rice that are available. Maybe you go plant in the next 2-3 months, you don't harvest them. But you still go to the old days price or using that traditional one, there it will really not affect them. So we are asking them at least for me to go into the use of the improved varieties, and also for sustainable management of the agriculture. Making sure that you get a borehole, for example, a well within your farmlands. You make sure that the water you plant them physically, because they need water. At least it will make them become sustainable, instead of you just relying on the rain, because they don't go get that water really where they need. So sustainable management of the water resources and the farmlands them, and also the use of improved varieties could be very useful them. Another one they expect them, because they are going to be an outbreak of some pests them, the armyworms and all that will affect them. So for utility and man and what they call say pesticides, then chemical maybe say will kill them, plant them, then pests they will affect the plant them. It's very much critical for me to use.
Information sharing are one way very important from the Met Agency to people where they benefit from una services them, like farmers, more the farmers, because then are areas them where mostly some man no get radio, some man no even get phone. How not able for pass them message here to them kind people here?
Well, normally we use multifaceted approach for let information reach to people there. One, we don't try to make them very much easy. And then now we weather app them. We say we download and get them. And then the
weather app for the farmers, so man no get sober phone.
Why? Because if we get a weather app, we do them call like a two-way switch, training of trainers. Example for the farmers them, we get what they call the extension workers them. Under the solid they would get about 4,000 farmers and so. There was a time we trained those extension workers because the extension workers they liaise directly with the farmers. That when you get this weather forecast, you make sure that you talk to those farmers, it gets to them. Like for seasonal forecast, normally what can you do? The people that go at the regional side them, they try for liaise directly with the Ministry of Agriculture. So Ministry of Agriculture liaise directly with the farmers, they will get that. And they get some areas where they get radio stations. Some radio stations then they hear the weather forecast. So but like when it comes to the dissemination of information, we not just rely on the radio station. We not only rely on the use of the mobile app or even the television. We go to all farmers they get that. So we don't get that training of trainers. Over the years, we don't train people them. We are in for most of those areas. There are points of contact them. We rely on them in relation that they will gather information people there. Let's say for example, quite recently we trained people there on this marine forecast how they use the water. Bond, Shenge, Conakry, you name them. We even give them phone to people then we say they are knowledgeable then go school. In which that we instructed them for me they will make sure say the information reach to them. But we know say it cannot be a good fix, everything cannot be that done. But what will they try for do also going forward is like maybe going forward is you can also include tank criers, visit them during village meetings, involve with them, just listen and focus. You know they just the end now. We make sure back we try for going to the district them, talk to them. We officer in charge of what they did in a different district, they meet them and discuss them, and they get an idea of what they expect. So at least they go plan ahead of time and then they get it going.
What thing go be advised to people who they listen, of course, Sierra Leoneans them as to way and manner we for do for lay we normalize the rain pattern as even used for be because now they see say abnormal rain day and plenty rain no day. Waiting for do for lay we go back to them days then they will get rain fine or plenty.
So like towards that my advice basically one, let them follow the advice from the scientific institution where they met agency. We come to a guesswork, we use the data and they will provide to them. And I'm pretty sure what we said last year, other years were not waiting to happen. So they trust on the Met agency. So they continue for list of the Met agency. And also for normalize them, I really ask the planting of trees is very, very much critical. This planting of trees, yes, we don't get an approach from the central government for planting of 5 million trees, which we are very much happy about. But let's also take a citizen approach. Let's plant trees and within the compound. I remember when we are very, very young, you know, we have trees in our compound. We start with the pick with mango then and so they use them. But now, people they cut down the trees then, they delete the whole compound. So even if you are delete, let's go into the planting of trees. I want to see when I wake up in a particular day, I see a particular street. Let's say this street is named so street. You see trees they start from up, take down. That will try for normalize them.